10 toes down, all them 10 toes down. On these motherfuckers, standing 10 toes down.
All right, we are back. Hung Up Podcast, East Coast West Coast collaboration once again. Like, what is it really giving, Hung Up High listeners? West Coast just keep calling me. It was first the podcast. Now I got an artist from the West Coast on ViRR. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You look great. Skin is just glowing. It must be that West Coast weather.
All these two lights that I set up in here that make it look like I'm in like a studio.
How about that?
And I watch the Housewives. I see what they do. They be having them big old lights on them. I'm like, okay, I need that too.
Sound like an artist that knows what they need to do to make it work.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the show. I'm interested. I have some things planned. I have like a rapid fire game that I want us to play. It's kind of like an
Okay.
icebreaker for the audience to get to know you, but also for me to get to know you. Like I'm learning about you and just started following you and really just you sent me some songs to get into and I did and it sent me on like a rabbit hole. So I had to like go back. I said, okay, the album Formless, I have been
Uh,
playing all day today
oh my God.
just to get into the
There it
energy
is
of
right
you.
there.
Look, is it, oh, it sure is.
Yeah. Uh, I had a vinyl made and put it on the wall because that was like my first project.
And I mean the cover, you have to put it on the wall. This cover what inspired the cover art?
I think just like I'm really into like ethereal things, things that like kind of like out of this world. So basically, we had a mirror. I cut a hole in a mirror, and I stick my head up in it and look up, and that was kind of like that was it. I was like, I want to just look ethereal on the cover. I want the cover to like be a bold statement. I
Yeah.
showed it to my mama. She was like, "Why is your head on a platter?" I said, art is going to be interpreted in many different ways. So,
It's like the circle, right? But I
mhm.
see it. Like your head is in it looks very like you're in space, like you're in your own world, your own universe. And it really sets the tone for the album for the people who are listening. You have to get into it because one thing about Veer, and I'm a new listener, y'all. And I love music and I listen to a lot of music. Veer, you really transport people into your world and your energy is so West Coast. I feel like there's so much influence. I feel like from are you born and raised, right? West Coast?
I'm born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida.
Are you serious?
Hmm.
Okay, so was it service? Because that's something else that I wanted to get into with you because
Yes,
I think that is so unique. U.S. Navy, right?
yes.
Is that
I'm.
something that kind of got you to California, or was it the
It.
art, the music?
Uh, the military got me to California,
Okay.
and you know, a lot. The military gets a bad rap, but what I can say personally for it is that it exposed me to myself, and I'm gonna be forever grateful for it because it allowed me to put myself in uncomfortable situations in which I would have never done if it
Mm,
wasn't for them putting me in uncomfortable situations over and over again. And I asked myself, if I can do it for them, then I can do it for me. So I started taking the model that I have with them and just applying it to my own life because I didn't even start singing until I got to California back in 2014. I
okay.
started singing back then. So I was like, you know, they gave me courage. They gave me courage to get beyond that place where a lot of people get stuck, which is like, I want to, but I'm afraid to. I'm like, I don't know what people are gonna think and so on and so forth. Because they put me in those uncomfortable situations. I was like, you know what? I've been uncomfortable before.
If I can
I
do
do this
that,
for
if I can do that, that means I can follow my dreams. If I can do
yes.
that, if I can do what the U.S. Navy is putting me through, then I can follow my heart's aspirations and what's
Hmm.
calling me. And I feel like you talked about that. I saw a clip of you on CBS 8 morning in San Diego. I remember you making a comment about that in crediting service. Like, hey, just because you're in service, you're a service woman, service man. Like, don't count yourself out that you can't explore and do the things that you want to do. You really talk about that often, how service really motivated you and pushed you out there
It really
to
did.
to discover Veer. So is Veer, where did the name come from? Is that an alter ego? Is that the name that you just write in? Like, what tell us about Veer.
So Veer came from basically I was in a philosophy class in college, and we were reading something in philosophy, and one of the words in Latin was vir, a vir, which meant a person of courage. And I was like, I really like that as a name. So I was like, my name is Tarns, so it's Tarr.
Oh,
So
right.
I
I
just
do see
added
that
the
A.
R.
Okay.
I added the extra R to Ver, and I was like, I'm gonna pronounce it Veer. Just like people can't pronounce Tarns and they say Terrence, I say I'm gonna say Veer. That's what it's gonna be. And because I was embarking on something that required courage,
Hmm.
I felt like that was very fitting for me. So I took it as my name, and it's been with me ever since.
I just love your videos. You be having a good time out there in Cali.
I do.
And you bring all that energy to your videos and to your sets. And Veer, I know the people be telling you, I'm gonna tell you, because you on my show, the body is bodying.
Oh, thank
You
you.
what is it service? Like what how did we get there?
um, so
Or you
I
just
didn't
work
start
out?
working out. Yeah, I didn't start working out until I joined the military.
Hmm.
And then my dad was a bodybuilder. So like a little bit of genetics, like him and just putting in some work. And I was able to like, shape my body. Now it is an uphill battle now. As I'm getting older, it's like more work than it was
Yeah.
when I was in them 20 somethings.
Uh, true. That's really true. Listen, for the people who are listening right now, Veer is on Instagram and you just have to follow him. I mean, the guy knows how to take a photo. You know how to wear a piece of fashion, a piece of look. You know how to turn the camera out. Listen, y'all, he got the photos of him on stage with his back out.
Short sleeve and backless.
I really enjoy what you're bringing here. Do you understand it though? Like, how do you see it when you see yourself as an artist? Like, how do you feel about your artistry and how it sets you apart from everybody else, especially in a place like California where it could be argued that the market is saturated and
Mhm.
maybe it's not, and you can speak to that if that's not the case.
Personally, I think that like my secret weapon is knowing that I'm a singular experience. So knowing that puts me apart from everybody else. I'm not in competition with nobody. There's no competition. I'm just creating what comes natural to me and what I feel and what means the most to me. So, and like, there's a ton of artists that are here, a ton of artists that I kind of like mentor and like help them and like with photos and all that stuff because I understand that like what you're doing isn't taken from what I'm doing, and what I'm doing isn't taken from what you're doing. So you can have everything that I have because we're going to execute it two different ways. So my artistry, I really, really think in 2024, I've really stepped into like my full artistry and like allowed myself to take more risk and do more things that are associated with a previous version of myself, like when I was growing up. So that alone has broadened my what I thought was like my lane in a sense. So, and you mentioned the pictures with my back out, And one of the things that I do pride myself is, so I'm like the stylist for all my like my band and my dancers and the background singers and stuff like that. So I style everybody for the shows. And if you see those sparkly bedazzled plates, it was 7,500 rhinestones that I set in my kitchen, and I put those on a mannequin body thing. So basically, it's a t-shirt holder. I
Hmm.
cut the arms off of the t-shirt holder, and I bedazzled it with 7,000 rhinestones. And you know,
Wow, I
because my
see it.
body is
Yeah.
like shaped like that a little bit, I could just put it on my body and just put a string on the back. So yeah, that's what I would say about my artistry.
And we're gonna get into this icebreaker game. And it's called Hung Up or Hanging Up. So it's all about I'm gonna give you some categories and you'll pick a category and I'm gonna throw something out to you. And you'll let me know if you're loving it, that means you're hung up. You're loving it.
Okay.
Or it's canceled, you don't like
Hang
it,
it
you
up.
hate it, then you're gonna hang up like you're
Oh
hanging up. So you're
shit.
either hung up or you're hanging up. Let me give you the categories. I'm gonna drop them in the chat for you. Give me 1 second.
All right, you sent them to me.
Bam. They in the chat,
Okay, let's see. Dating and relationships,
right?
music and pop culture, social media and trends, trending and hot takes. Okay,
All right. So
let me get
we're
back
gonna
to this.
spend we can spend about maybe 5 minutes or so. We can have fun with it. So we're gonna start with you're gonna pick your category, your first category.
Um, which one was the one with hot takes? Sorry,
Trending hot takes,
Tre- trending and hot takes. Let's do that one.
which is more about like stuff that's going on in the news right now. All right, you want to go with
Okay,
that category first?
is it military related?
No, no.
Okay, all right, we good.
I
I was
got
like,
you.
let me, yeah, I don't want these people to have been,
We can't
like,
have that.
well, we
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 can't mess
seen
with
you
this man's
online.
money. We
Yeah,
can't
we
mess
gotta
with this man's title, his accolade, all the standing that you got in the military. I don't want them people coming after me because I don't got it. So we
17 years. I got 3 more years. And I'm up out of there.
so
So
what does that mean for the people that don't know? 3 more years is like a retire, like you can now
yeah,
retire
I'm
because
retired in
20
3 more years.
years.
Yeah, 20 years.
And you're leaving with full benefits, a check.
A check
Listen, y'all.
monthly, a monthly check times two. Um,
You
and then,
deserve.
you get, if you go to school, they also give you like a healthy stipend a month as well. So I probably won't have to work um, for a little bit,
Hmm.
but knowing my busy body, like I want to be as I'm trying to get another check while I'm getting 8 checks too. So I'll probably take a year off and then get a government contracting job. What a coins is,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
coming.
I'm sure it's not cheap, y'all, to keep it all up. If you check out the Instagram, you're gonna know. So
It ain't cheap in Cali either. Be clear.
that
Gas is
part.
$6 and some change.
Yeah, y'all have hit
Uh,
$6. That is insane. It's
six
what it's
dollars. I was like, shit. Am I going? Should
it's the
I
difference
even?
between you going or not going, right? Like,
Yeah, no, for real.
and I'm sure as an artist too, like that impacts maybe travel plans. You said you have dancers, you have band members,
Hmm.
all of that kind of impacts the bottom line. Like,
Absolutely. So I'm sending these people. I'm if like I went to what is it called, Phoenix. I'm gonna need that extra. I'm gonna need a little extra coin to get there. I can't do it. Y'all got to
yeah,
give me a little extra for travel,
yeah,
and they understand it.
yeah. All right. Y'all, he picked trending topics. So trending hot takes topics. So all right, the first one, Nikki going MAGA. Are you hung up or are you hanging up?
Hanging it up. Next
Would,
question, please.
would you care to expand or that's just it? Like,
She know what she did. She know what she did, and we all know what she did. That's you know. I just think that like your integrity, especially as a role model and as somebody that's that high up in the social ladder and entertainment. Like you got people looking up to you, and this is what you're doing. All right.
People wonder if it's self-serving. Like, is she doing it because she needs something from this man? Is it mental illness? We've seen Nikki crashing out online. We don't know what it is or what's under the nose or what's going on. We really don't know, right? We really don't know what's going on, but this
We'll
ain't it.
pray for that, baby. We're gonna pray for that, baby.
This
Go
ain't
ahead.
it.
We'll send one up to the main line for you,
We're gonna
and
do that.
hopefully they catch it.
All right, next trending question. Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. Are you hung up or are you hanging up? Are you a fan? Are you watching?
Um, I have never seen this show. I have seen, I think, a photograph on Netflix, but I have never seen that show. So, in I guess I would hang it up to.
Hang it
I ain't
up.
never seen it.
Hang it up. All right. All right. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it got a lot of us watching. It's something about the foolishness of it all.
Maybe I
Um,
have to get into it. Maybe I
it
have to get into it.
it's foolish. Like you can be watching it just shaking your head like but you're gonna it just keeps you enthralled. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's Tyler Perry. It's the writing.
What about the wigs? Are the wigs at least good? Because you,
The wigs are better.
okay,
The wigs are better. They are getting better. They are.
okay, amen.
All right, pick another category. Dating and relationships, music and pop culture, or social media.
Music and pop culture.
All right.
I look at a lot of that and listen to a lot of that stuff.
Okay. So music and pop culture. First question. Are you hung up or are you hanging up? 500 concert tickets that are over $500.
It depends. It depends.
Talk about it.
If it's somebody I really want to see, I'm gonna pay that money.
Like who?
Like, um, I did go to the Cowboy Carter show.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for me, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't come out of my pocket. But that was a hefty seat. That lady's sweat could have hit me. That lady's sweat could have hit me from the stage how close I was. And I'm grateful.
You felt it?
But
You felt it?
I'm talking about literally like I could throw a paper plane at her and it would hit her. That's how close
Wow,
she
that's how
was.
close you were.
Hmm.
What did it feel like to be that close to Beyonce?
Um, I thought it was incredible just to watch somebody who has so much stamina and has done so much. I thought it was just incredible to see that live and live in color. And like to see that she's a human in real life. Like, you know, it's just you see her on TV and you see her on all these big things, but to like see her in person is like, wow, there she is. She's a
There
woman.
she
She's a real
is.
life person. It's not this like
Yeah.
extraterrestrial being, but
Right.
also an
Right.
extraterrestrial being.
Right. We don't know these days what in the hell is going on. What is even Hollywood? Okay.
You definitely don't know with these deep fakes.
All right, next question. Artists dropping song albums with 20 plus songs. Are you hung up or are you hanging up?
That's another depending on question. Did you just put, was you in there just banging pots for a few of them tracks? Because I think it's a difference between quantity versus quantity versus quality. Like if you got like 20, back in the day, I would say I would be
Because there's a lot of
hung up on them.
interludes, right?
You got interludes, but then you had probably a good 12 songs for real. So I would be hung up back in the day, like watching them. I mean, listening to them. But today, I don't know. I don't know. People ain't making bodies of work no more. It's just they just doing stuff. Like, let me get it out. So today, I would hang it up. I don't. And the attention span of the average listener is not as long anymore. So like 20 songs is a lot to digest.
It can be. And I also feel like speaking of interludes, I'm always listening to albums and we always want interludes to be longer because they be so good. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, that was a minute and 20 seconds. We really needed that for a good solid 3 minutes.
Victoria Monet, Big Boss. We needed that a full song. If you're watching the podcast, Big Boss, we wanted that to be a full song.
Now I gotta go and listen to
Oh
that.
my
By the
God.
way, Victoria's been looking great lately.
Yes, she has. Yes, she
What
has.
has changed? A new
Well, I
man?
know,
No man? Is she just losing weight? What is going on?
when you find peace, a lot of things change. Peace provides clarity. So you start focusing on what you need to be focusing on. So if that's the case, she's,
Glowing.
glowing and it's showing evident
It
skin,
really
body,
is. It really
clavicles, everything.
is. Do you know if like new music is coming out? Is she working on something now?
I'm not sure, but I know she did just drop a song earlier this year, about 2 months ago. So I imagine that's going to be on her next project.
Gotcha. Let's talk about you're from LA. Well, I'm sorry. Where are you from? You're no, you said
Jacksonville,
Florida.
Florida. hmm
Jacksonville,
hmm
Duval County.
Duval, y'all know it. Duval County,
Come
yes,
on. Okay, so you still have family back home?
I do. hmm
Okay. And okay. All right. So do you get to spend time on the East Coast throughout the year?
I go back. I do a semi biannually check in.
Got you.
Every 2 years, I go back to Jacksonville. I say, let me go back to see if it still ain't shit, and then it still ain't shit. So I'm like, okay,
Now, how you gonna say that about your hometown? But you can know it's your hometown.
look,
Look,
let me tell you, I do love where I come from, but it,
you said it
a
is
lot
what
of
it is.
a lot of people. I said what I said. Like a lot of people know that, like when you grow up, someplace is different from visiting there.
You know what's interesting? I do have some ties. I'm from Waldorf, Maryland. I live in Philly now for the past 20 years, but Southern Maryland is home for me.
Mhm.
But I know a little something about Duval County because my longest relationship, about 6.5 years, almost 7 years, he was from Jacksonville, and we traveled
Ooh.
down there often. And I spent some time down there for sure.
What parts were you at?
Don't give me the line. I just remember I feel like there was a Publix nearby
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of
that
Publix is there.
that was decent, and I just remember the beach being decent.
See, since I moved to California,
That was also a long time ago, but
and I know what the color of water's supposed to look like, when I go back over there, I'm like, it's like you can't even see it. You can't see in that water. You don't know what's in there. So for me,
beer just
it's
shut it all down for us, y'all. But I mean, honestly and truly, nothing beats the West Coast. It is like beautiful weather, beautiful, and I'm a person that likes to be outside. And so
mm-hmm,
I've been to Cali maybe 3 or 4 times, and
mm-hmm.
not just LA. Like I've been to different parts. And I just always feel like, wow, this is just beautiful. Why wouldn't you want to live here? I know y'all got earthquakes and other stuff and high rent and other things to contend with.
Yes, yes.
But it
I
is beautiful though.
I live here for almost 12 years, and I've experienced a minor earthquake in that, like very minor, like the picture shifted a little bit. Like
Mm,
I've never experienced like nothing major. Now, when I was in Japan, that was a different story. But
okay,
here, it wasn't. It was. I haven't experienced any like major earthquakes.
gotcha.
But I've experienced that the rent going up, and I've experienced the traffic, which is another crazy, like one of those things that you know you have to consider a 2 mile, 4 mile drive, 30, 40 minutes versus like if you're in Jacksonville, I can go any place, traffic free pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are people like out here in Philly? A lot of people are taking to like scooters, electric scooters and bikes and things like that. Saying, do they? Is that something that you see a lot out in
A,
Cali?
they do a lot of bike riding here. The scooters, I think our mayor like outlawed the scooters. We used to have bird
Really?
scooters here. Now we don't have them anymore. I think we was having too many accidents, people getting hit by cars and being drunk on scooters. So like he
Yeah.
was like, nah, let's get them up out of here.
Well, let's get into LA culture and identity. Uh, How how has the area, so you said you lived in for 12 years? Did I hear
Yeah,
12?
yeah, but I'm not in LA. I'm in San Diego.
You're in San Diego.
Yes.
How has living in San Diego for the past, I don't know if you've been there all 12 years. I'll just say living in
Mm,
California for the past 12 years. How has it shaped storytelling for you, your music, how you've kind of shaped and been molded and evolved as an artist? Because like I said, when I listen to your music, I feel like you're transporting me to the West Coast.
okay.
I don't know if that's intentional, but talk about that. Unpack that.
I I think that like just being here, like when I flew in here for the first time, I felt a sense of like home. Like even
Immediately.
when I was flying in on the plane, I was coming from Manama, Bahrain, and I flew in, and I was just like dumbfounded, like how
This is
beautiful
it.
it was, and I was like, this is it, and like basically, it's like the beginning of my music journey here. So if you do hear Cali, it's because this is where it was birthed at. It was birthed here. Um, just like it's it's sunny all the time for real, for real. Like and that's why we ain't got no money out here because we always doing something. It ain't never really no like days, like weeks, like 2 weeks where you can just like, well, we can't go. We gotta watch TV now. Everything is super sunny and like you want to be on a boat, you want to go to a rooftop, you want to do something. So I
I want,
think,
I want it.
yeah, well, come on out. It's
I,
beautiful.
me and my close friends talk about this all the time. Actually, like Marquise Davon, he's another like really solid Philly East Coast content creator. He actually just came back from the West Coast. And my good friend Sterling, we've been out there a few times, and the three of us, we're always talking like we could see ourselves like in Cali for real.
Especially if you love the sun, and like I love it that it's right close to Mexico. So like if you want to go to Tulum, you want to go to
Yes,
Puerto Vallarta,
I
you can
do.
go
I'll
there.
be there April 9th.
See,
Yeah,
and it's probably gonna cost you a pretty little penny, but for us, it's
that's
a
like an
hundred dollars
$800
round
ticket.
trip.
How much?
150, $200 round trip.
Yeah, 800 for me. Yeah. Crazy.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. It's absolutely gorgeous there too.
We
It
go
is
every year.
gorgeous.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have a blast. Like I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been out on the tennis court. I've been back in the gym. Well, I've been going to the YMCA that's not too far from me and
Mhm.
just working on his body, trying to, make sure
Yeah, getting ready
my clothes the
for
way I want to fit them when I go out.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Let's get into your creative process. Let's get into the art. Again, I've been listening to Formless all day, and to be honest with you, Better made me pause. Better made me go back, and I re-listened to that song. I promise you, I'm pretty sure like 3 times. It's something about Better. I really like that song. It moves me. So I'm just interested in your creative process. Like, how does the magic happen? How does it start? Or does it depend on the song or the
Well,
producer?
that whole project, Formless, it was pretty much about a turbulent relationship that I had, and the first song to the last song is about one person.
Are you serious?
Hmm.
So I have to go back and re-listen to the album now with this information.
Hmm.
Okay.
From when I met him till when at the end, I think I don't know if the last song, the natural selection was the should have been the first song, but the last song is called Alive.
Mm-hmm.
And basically that song is saying, I don't want to have to do it to you, but I will. So like, yeah, every one of those songs was whether it was like in the beginning, natural selection, when like you are the only thing. It went through steps. Better is like me trying to just what will make it better for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can I do to make it better? Um, and Leash, my song Leash. We done broke up, and you called me right back, so I'm back on the leash. Um, don't make me wait. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just like, all these things are dedicated to one person. Like all those emotions. So that my creative process was getting out all those feelings that I have, and had in that one body of work. Now that Formless is over, but the title Formless is talking about love. It's not something that's tangible that you can feel, that you can see per se. It's a formless thing. It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So like that was kind of like my the reason why I called that record Formless.
And so bring us forward. Talk about because you had a single come out recently, I believe, and I also saw you on a track called Your Love.
hmm
You were with two other artists. So bring us forward, Veer. Talk about your new music and where people can listen to it.
So the new music, the new era started with Money, which was a song kind of like big up in myself, saying like, I just look like money, I do. And after that relationship, getting into me again, finding myself again, because I had none, kind of like reduced myself and like forgot who I was during that relationship.
Oof, it
So,
happens. We get so wrapped up in the relationship.
hmm
You just one day you just like, oh wait, who am I? And if you don't start to address it, I feel like you can start to resent your partner.
hmm and I think that like after that, moving into this new space, you know, I got my body back together. I got my money back up. I started getting booked like crazy. So like all this new music, like tonight I feel like dancing. Like all that energy. It's like positive energy. It's more catered to like inspiring people. Like my song Ten Toes Down, which is my latest single that I released.
Yeah.
It's like letting people know I've been standing on business. I'm doing what I said I was gonna do, and like inviting you to do the same. So I called it, 2026's mantra. Staying 10 toes down on what you said you was gonna do, and I'm continuing that with the music that I do. So I'm excited about. I'm working on new songs with a few new producers. The Your Love song is from a producer in London, and he featured that song on BBC, British Broadcasting Radio over there, Radio One. So that was really cool to be played over there in
Yeah.
Europe. And yeah, this new era of music is more so about just a lot of lightness, a lot of popping my shit, a lot of, you know, just declaring myself, reimagining myself, and going back to like Jacksonville. This new video I got, I told the guy, I was like, he's like, so where do you want to shoot it at? I said, I want strippers in front of a liquor store, and I want to be a news reporter. And he was like, what? That's nuts. I was like, yeah. And when I tell you, it came out so much better than I imagined. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. So I'm
Ah,
just like,
yes. I know it feels so good to see your vision like come to fruition, like right there. You're like,
yes.
yes, this is it. This is what I wanted.
So I'm
And
incorporating a lot of different, like, I got pole dances in there and just my friends. I got a lot of talented and creative friends, and I'm like, we're all doing this together, whether they're pole dancing, whether they're just dancers, or whether we're all doing this together. So like, let's just collaborate and like make something beautiful. And I think it's going to turn out phenomenal.
what it sounds like to me is you create music based on where you're at, and you bring your fans, you bring the people who listen to your music with you to experience whatever you're feeling at that time. So you went from the breakup album, getting those feelings out, to talk to, really talking about the music that you're putting out now, which is more so expressing like where you're at right now, where your
Yeah.
headspace is, like where you are emotionally, how you want to feel, and how you want to like invite people in to feel like you are a celebration
Hmm.
of yourself. And probably because it sounds like you're rewarding yourself for what you've been through,
Hmm.
the storms that you weathered, and looking at yourself now, like how you evolved not only on a personal level, but how you've evolved as an artist. You damn right, you have a right to celebrate that. And I love to see you embrace that, and embrace that joy, because the videos, I'm telling y'all. Now wait a minute, let me pull up my YouTube, because I want to see what video was I looking at. I said, this looks like a good time.
Was it excited?
It was
Because that was a good time.
on the beach. Look at y'all in the car, on the beach, playing with the water guns. You got your homegirl, your homeboy, y'all in the Jeep, riding to the beach, having a good time. You look great per usual. You look tall. How tall are you?
Woo. I'm I am not tall.
Okay, so
I'm
all right, don't
average
tell me
height.
then. So then you're 5'9".
We'll take it.
I was gonna say, because I'm 5'9", and people think they think I look tall on camera too. So I was like,
Mm.
maybe you're around 5'9".
I'm actually 5'8.5". I ain't gonna even take that 5'9". So yeah, I got tall energy though.
You
Yep.
better talk your shit. You better talk your shit. Oh my goodness. All right. What else? Okay, I just have a couple of more questions for you.
Okay.
What's something about the music industry that humbled you, real quick?
What
Or
is
maybe not humble.
some?
I know humble, some people don't like that word. What's something that got you together when it came to the music industry that was like a lesson that you still carry with you?
Well, in Ten Toes Down, I have a line that says, "You had a moment, now it's mine, nigga," and that was stemmed from a thing that happened to me in my like infancy of my music career, where I was like, I thought people were like me. I thought people just helped people out, but like I had somebody be like, "Oh, no, you don't want to do that," like kind of like make it so that I wouldn't get an opportunity.
Mm.
And I was kind of blown away by that. So not necessarily humble, but like knowing that everybody doesn't have your best interest like you may have for other people. So
Mm.
I think that was a big wake up for me because I'm from the South. I have Southern hospitality, and
Yeah.
like I'm, you know, forthright with people. So I thought that I was being, they would, they would be the same with me. But behind the doors, little did I know, they were trying to block opportunities for me. I'm just like, I ain't even, I got one song out. You got all this stuff. And that's when I said, like, the whole comparison and competition thing. I learned that some people aren't as um, grounded with themselves. So they believe that anybody else that's doing something similar to them is a threat to what they're doing. And that's what I can say I learned that.
Mm, that's real. Let's talk about sound and influence. Name name three artists that you would say has influenced you or is influencing you now in your music.
They honestly don't have anything to do with my sound at all,
Mhm.
but they inspired me to do music. First and foremost, Deborah Cox, which is so strange because like I don't make like ballads like that, but like when I heard nobody's supposed to
Mm,
be here when I was young, like I
mm.
was like,
We were
this
all too
song
young singing our hearts out to
I'm talking
that
about,
kind of heartbreak we were too young to know about, but we were
I ain't
singing
even
it though.
ain't even know what it was about, but I was singing every word. And I think Deborah Cox, Whitney Houston, who will
Ooh,
forever in my
the
book
voice.
be the voice, the vocal supreme.
Hmm.
Um, and honestly, Rihanna. Rihanna.
Now, why Rihanna? Talk about that.
She inspired me because they gave my girl a lot of flack when she came out. They say she couldn't dance, they say she couldn't sing, but that did not stop her becoming the first female billionaire singer. So like that kind of radical self belief in yourself is something that I looked to and admired and wanted to emulate that because no matter what, she has a gift, regardless of what people think, and she used that gift to take her to the moon and probably farther than that. So like seeing her story inspired me. And she's literally like one of my top artists because you can say what you want about her, but you can't say that she's not one of the most awarded female singers in history. And
Okay.
like
Listen, the
I
girls are begging for another album, so she must have done something right.
yeah, I don't know. I have to lift me up, and that one, that lift me up song, I was like, all right, Ree. And that Smurf song, I was like, all right. They must have just threw a bag at her. She was like, all right, what y'all want me to do? All
All
right, I'll do
right,
it.
all right, all right. After.
So that let's hope she come with some some loud rated R anti records because those are like my favorite ones.
I have two more questions for you. This next one is about personal reflection when it comes to your music. Do you kind of ever like imagine like writing music for your younger self, or do you, when it comes to creating music and creating art, do you tap into your younger self? Do you feel like you're nurturing your younger self? Does any of that ever come into play?
I think honestly, I when I first started, I wrote to my younger self, like to like pretty much let him know that like no matter what, like I had a song called Sky, and I say we own the sky,
Hmm.
and they told us no, but we taking over. We stand on shoulders. We're moving
Yes.
boulders. No one can stop us because we're the greatest, and we all will make it. So that was kind of like a lot of my songs was like self help, like saying the stuff that I wish somebody told me. And
Hmm.
as being a delivery vessel, it's like maybe this version of myself that's slightly elevated is writing that for my current self to understand that's what we can do. We can go on, we can become. And I kind of write like that. I have like this higher version of myself that sometimes I write songs, I'm like, I can't believe I wrote that. That's crazy. Because I didn't have much belief in myself when I was younger. So to fast forward and to see me keep manifesting this version of myself that's like the ultimate version of myself when everything aligns to who I'm supposed to be. Like and that person is taking to drive me forward, and I'm just aiming towards him, like through my life to meet him where we're going. Like I would say yes. I've been writing to my younger self, my current self, and I think my future self is the one that's you know, at the forefront of that.
And we're gonna end with future and legacy. What does success look like for you as an artist?
Success looks like being able to reach people who have an unlived dream in them and doing something that sparks curiosity in them, makes them want to see what they can do. I feel like that's the best thing is to be able to expose people to themselves and allow them to see how far they can go and how great they can be. And that's success.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I really had a good time
Me too.
talking with someone that I'm enjoying and discovering their music and their artistry. So, even for me, like this is just so dope that I can do this. And I'm happy that you reached out to me, and I want us to stay connected because I'm a fan. I want to support you. Drop your Instagram so we can all just follow along with the journey.
Okay. So my Instagram is VIRR, VIRR underscore official underscore. And you can find my music and stuff on Spotify, all streaming platforms, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, and it's Veer Official on all those platforms, so you can find it there.
Thank you, Veer. I'm hung up. I'm hung up on you.
As am I. Thank you so much for this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself, my music, and my artistry.